Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are playing Space Engineers 2. Who could believe the day has finally arrived? As I'm sure you've already seen, or perhaps even played on your own, it's Little Bare Bones. That's what that nice big orange alpha means in the top corner. But yeah, I figured because we're a survival-focused channel, I kind of want to work on building some survival-oriented blocks and stuff. Or components. Most of it I've spent, at least my time in Space Engineers, most of it has been spent painting this station. I accidentally painted the whole thing white, and I'm like, you know what, let's work on painting it a little more. So I've gone through and painted a lot of it black and whatnot, which is kind of cool, but again, not the focus of today. So obviously there's quite a few blocks that we don't have. Oh yeah, you can ignore that. That was a little experiment of mine. But I'm thinking, first of all, we'll want to design a little power gen station. Not a full station, I should say, but like, you know, just a way to generate power. Experimenting with the new build system has been fun. I do like the new way to adjust blocks. I don't love that the way to cycle the blocks is R. That's not awesome, but I think that's, you know, just growing pains of the alpha. Okay, so I'm actually gonna, how do I want to do this? I want to attach it to this asteroid just so that it doesn't float away, because there's no way to control static or dynamic grids unless it's connected to a voxel. Then it's static. If it's not, it's dynamic. So we'll build just a little platform here, and then maybe when it's time to blueprint, we'll just like delete the block under it for a second. I don't know. Well, let's find out. At least having a, you know, platform to start on will be the best idea, I'm thinking. Also, I know everyone and their dog has said it in their videos, but man, is this game beautiful. Stunning. The amount of things we can do is just awesome now. I'm so excited to see what Keen cook up with these future updates, because no matter what it is, even if it's bad content, at least it's gonna look fantastic. Not that Keen could cook up bad content if they tried, but you know. We're gonna go out one more then, which I forgot we can click and drag. Very nice. Oh, see, and I just tried to cycle when I need to push R. It's definitely different. I feel like I'm gonna get really used to this and then go back to Space Engineers 1 and be absolutely useless and be like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? I have to relearn it. So yeah, let me knock out this platform here and then we'll get started. First person with no HUD just is very nice. Oh yeah, speaking of, well, no, actually, I was gonna say I kind of witnessed a weird graphical bug with the skybox. I don't know if you can tell or if it's picking up on camera really, but it like moves with the player. I think I found it in one of these when I was painting one of these rooms. Let me show you if I can find it again. Okay, look at this. So I was painting in here and look, I don't know if it shows up even that well, but the like skybox moves in these windows. It's adjusts slightly, but it does adjust, which is really weird, because it feels more like I'm in a globe of skybox. It's artificial, which I kind of am, so it makes sense, but it's just weird that in certain angles you can really see that it's not stationary. The stars in the background are moving with my head. Anyways, just a weird oddity. Nothing worth rambling about here. All right, so now we are back here. Let's first things first, build ourselves a little solar stand, I guess. What's hard is I can't make like an array that targets the sun because there's no rotors, hinges, or custom turret blocks, and even if they were here, they wouldn't work, so... Well, this will be more of a stationary power generation place. Oh, I love that they've got the little outline for where the block is, so you're not just trying to place smaller blocks in the void and hope that it matches up. So I can line it up here, no problem. Oh well, it was no problem until they took away my outline. All right, cool. Little pedestal now. And actually, I haven't even really looked too much at the blocks. I've just been using what's been on the what's been available from the start. So let's experiment here a little bit. Because I'm filming this on the 28th, I've seen what Keen has posted as far as upcoming fixes for known issues. as well as just general quality of life improvements that they're aware of and wanting to fix. And one of those is the painting. Currently, everything has to be done with that paint tool. So if I want to, change the color of a block, there's no more hitting the paint menu and selecting it from there. I have to go to the paint gun and change it there, even if I'm not painting with the paint tool, if that makes sense. So I'm glad that that's planned to be fixed. So example, I just placed these white blocks. I don't like it. I have to go to the paint tool. Oh, well, actually, never mind. In this instance, I'm actually using the paint tool as intended. But yeah, it is what it is. If I was going to delete these blocks and then place them back as black, it would need to be done through the paint tool, even if I wasn't painting with it. Anyways, neither here nor there. Let's see what our solar panels are rocking with. Okay. So, got a little spot to hold a couple of little solar panels there. Now we just want to find a way to have one coming out the top, I think. Or even two. Oh wait, no, we want one facing like this way. Yeah, so. Okay, did I do it? I think so. It's ugly, actually, but it's, what it is very functional. In fact, let's change that to white, actually. White solar panels feels right. Yeah. Do we have battery blocks yet? I don't think so. Nope. I was gonna say, I wonder if we'll get battery blocks that can be small enough to stick in here and fill up. Then it could be like a totally, self-sufficient little station. I don't know how I feel about the top. I think we'll make a couple different designs of this guy. I think this is fine as a, just a standalone little unit. Let me try building one that's more optimal for also top mounted, top light that comes from the top. Let's give it a whirl. All right. It's a thing. It's either modern architecture or trash, one of the two. But yeah, I kind of like how it turned out. Didn't want to go too tall up here because I didn't want to create too many shadows on the solar panels, so I think I did a good job. Just kind of topping it off with some lights and some designs there. I do like this little open feeling part to it. Makes it feel more like structurally balanced or something. Oh. Guess we backed up too far. I'm not too sure if I want to extend these bottom lips at all. In fact, I will. Let's see how that looks. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little better. I'm a fan. Don't know if that's something that'll be even practical to build, but at least it looks cool, I think. I also had to, I don't know if I mentioned it already, I had to get rid of this pedestal because the solar panel was stretching out too long. In hindsight, I should have faced it the other way, but meh. Too little, too late. So now let's see if we can blueprint it. I think I need to get rid of this guy first. Okay. Well, I was able to copy it at least. I had to take out the floor to do it, but we've copied it now. So now, we're gonna create a blueprint off of it. Try and get it from a higher up angle just so we can see all the features. Quote unquote, features. And we'll just call this solar array. And I'll put first blueprint as well, just to mark it this occasion. And remove that. It's fine if it's white for now. Now in theory, we can go into here, go to blueprints, grab our solar array, put it on the HUD. And bam. Dude, that is a game changer. Heaven forbid I overuse that word, but it's literally a game changer. I've got a blueprint on my toolbar. It's fantastic. And then I can undo it. And then I can redo it. That's beautiful. Alright, well. Oops, nope. Well. Oh yeah, I've still got it. Yeah, I just need to put it back. Oh yeah, because this is attached to it, that's why. Anyways, so yeah, break you, break you. We gotta disconnect this grid from the other grid. And now we can delete it. Okay. I think now we should do like a starter base. Basically this platform. In fact, let's lift it up just a hair so that we can really optimize it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna place the blocks back, and then we're gonna do our classic slope like it's in voxels. In fact, I should have turned those corners first. Let's do that, hold on. All right, we've got our slope platform now. Time to grab a couple things. Mostly the non-functional blocks like assembler and a refinery. Do I want this to be just an initial base with nothing really too special, or something to build into? How about just a small base that's still functional? So we'll go with a single refinery and I guess a single assembler as well. We'll paste that guy there and then actually go with a cargo block. As the bridge between them, since there are no conveyors, this will hopefully just become functional at some point. Aren't these blocks stunning? Look at that. This refinery is chef's kiss. The assembler with its little 3D printer in there. I really hope that moves when you're assembling things. That'll be so cool. Okay, so that's sorted here. I think I want to do, yeah, a mega cargo container as well. Everyone was kind of talking about how big the design is, but I'm wondering if on certain angles this will be airtight. Like if we put, yeah, like this block here, I think that's airtight. But that all depends on if they keep airtight in the game, right? They'll bring it to the game, I'm sure, but in what form, that's another story. Okay, so just, well, don't know if I like that location. I want half of this to be a pressurized indoor area, just depending on where this base is built, so that there's options to, you know, have a livable area. It's always nice. In fact, let's start that now here. It's weird because I don't need these big blocks, actually. I could just use like small ones. But also, I don't want it to take an eternity to build. So I'll have to kind of keep that in mind. So could I use this as a sort of rounded corner and then put slopes in there, I wonder? It's not all that different from the regular corner piece that I normally use, except for the fact that it's, you know, a lot thinner, so we'll have more space in the corners, but yeah, you know what? Let's roll with it for now. Alright, check it in here. This is what we've got so far. It's definitely more time consuming to build with small blocks. But yeah, it is rewarding. The way these windows are just kind of flush, but I can also just walk around in them. Building just a small house. Got our little med bay in here. I don't know if that's going to be able to be piped up to anything, but it's there. Lots of windows on this side. This one's going to be maybe a singular window, but probably just a wall at the moment. With our two doors. I don't know. I'm having a grand old time building this. It just does take a long time. So when blueprints come to the game, or projectors, or hopefully my one true love, build and repair, I cannot wait to try to implement some of these nicer looking houses. Or better yet, when the workshop comes, I can just have someone else build it and then copy it over and explore it, because yeah, my hands hurt. Well, I do like the new rotation using the control button. It does kind of cramp the hand a little bit. the nice thing about the original Space Engineers is that you had to like pick up your hand and move it to rotate any blocks. So your hand was kind of moving all over the keyboard, which also is not an awesome thing, but it is just like something that was, happening. So you would not have your hand in one place for quite as long. So that's just what I'm complaining about. Don't mind me. So this is interesting that I just discovered. I wanted to line this window up with this med bay, and that has left 1 by 1 gaps, which we would just need to use this guy, I believe, but I wonder if that will harm the appearance from the outside. Not as bad as I thought it would, actually. I was worried there would be really big, ugly streaks, but honestly, it's noticeable, but it's not horrendous. And I don't know, it kind of completes this look, I think. It's a 2 by, right? Is that lined up? It's lined up enough. It'll add some light there, so that'd be cool. And there we go. Got a mostly functional walled-off house. Pretty nice. I'm dreading the roof. We're probably gonna do a flat roof, like a modern building, or a modern architecture. Did I already use that term this episode? Maybe. But that's the style. So let's see how that looks. Also, that'll probably be the easiest part of building this, hopefully. All right, we have finished the roof here. And I think I'm ready to do some painting. So let me cook here, see what colors I can whip up. Just kidding. I don't whip up any colors. They're just all these choices here. I look forward to being able to select my own color for sure. How could they not have orange on here? Come on. All right, cool. Didn't do too much coloring, just some red on the frames there, as well as the solar panels. But I like how it turned out here. If we go on inside here, add some lights here, some lighting at least, so it's not too dark. But I don't think I'm gonna furnish it really all that much, because all of this is subject to change, because we don't know what blocks will be available for survival, which is going to be the intent of this place. A little survival base, which we'll be able to close the doors on and pressurize, as well as have an assembly, a cargo container, or assembler, I should say, a cargo container and a refinery. And then, yeah, just plop this down in some voxels somewhere, relatively flat. We've got a way up and down. I'll be pretty happy with that as a base. Not to mention the power gen on the roof. In another life, or, if I could time travel, I might go back in time and count these blocks, because don't pay too close attention, but they're not exactly symmetrical, the sizes and whatnot. But that's kind of the nice thing about the unified grid system, is it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be unified. It just is. One thing I also, is potentially an option is the ability to paint, murals or something on the walls, because they're all small bricks. And I didn't even consider doing that for the floor. If we did the whole floor small blocks too, we could paint the floor into something kind of cool. But again, things you've learned from building. Hopefully you guys learn from my mistakes here, which you just, if you want to place 50% more blocks already on your little house, that's one way to do it, is make sure the floor is all small blocks as well. I haven't checked around the settings. Maybe there's a way to do squares, not just lines, because that would make this task significantly easier, especially the roof. That was a lot of dragging back and forth across in lines, but either way, this is Space Engineers 2. It's awesome. The lighting is awesome. The features are mostly missing, but that's okay because it's an alpha, and we don't judge games based on being an alpha. Right? Don't make me do a second worst takes video. Because trust me, I have seen some horrendous things said in the past 48 hours. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next week we will be back at our regular survival series. Back to your regularly scheduled programming, as they say. But yeah, I've been Josh, all things Josh. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.